Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. This is we're going to be taking a look at the Gym Leader Challenge format. This is a format that Andrew Mahone, aka Tricky Jim, has been playing and have actually been gaining a lot of followers. People have been playing it a lot, and I will admit it is a very fun format. You might have noticed I have this deck up here, and this is legal. These are all legal in the format, and there are, of course, a couple rules. The first thing you might notice is that, well, I have entirely one of them in the deck except for Basic Energy. And that is one of the rules. You can only have one of every single card in your deck except for Basic Energy. The other rule is that there are no Roblox Pokemon. So you can have Pokemon Break, you can have Pokemon GX, EX, V Max, stuff like that. Not even Prism Stars are legal. Even Ancient Traits, Pokemon with Ancient Traits are not legal. You only have one type of Pokemon in your deck. So you might notice the deck is entirely fire. This is a fire-based deck, and that's one of the challenges. You have to build a good strategy with only one card in your deck, with only one of cards, and it also has to be entirely one type. So this is gonna be the fire deck. I built this deck earlier today, and this deck was really, really good. I played this a couple times against my friend, and it was really, really good. So this is one of the decks I have built, and then I have a second one built here. It is going to be control. It's going to be colorless control. I believe it's right here. So here's the other deck I have built, and this is going to be control. This is another deck that I think is really, really good in this format, is control. Here is my control list. If you guys want to go ahead and grab that, we're going to be playing mostly the fire deck. Control can take pretty long to play. This deck is actually entirely one of, because there's actually no basic energy, so deck is entirely one of. Okay, we're going to be focusing on this fire deck, and I actually think this fire deck might be one of the best decks in the Gym Leader Challenge format. So let's just get into the Pokemon. We have a 1-on-1 line of this Charizard that has the Roaring Resolve ability that once in your turn you may put 2 damage counters on this Pokemon, and if you do, you get to search your deck for 2 Fire Energy cards and attach them to this Pokemon. Then the continuous Blaze Ball attack, that for 2 fire energy, you do 30 damage, and you discard all fire energy from this Pokemon. It does 50 more damage for each card you discard in this way. Now the Charmeleon is worth noting here because it is a core part of the deck too. It has Raging Claws for fire, colorless. We deal 50 damage, and then it does 10 more damage for each damage card on this Pokemon. This might seem weird because, why are we going to play this? We're going to cap out at 80 damage. But because we have things like Memory Energy that says that the Pokemon card is attached, you can use any attack of its previous evolutions, and Memory Capsule, which is a Pokemon tool card with the same effect, that means that we can actually have this Charizard copy the Charmeleon's Raging Claws attack and deal more damage than you should usually be able to. And it's an attack that can deal a decent amount of damage, sometimes even 1 KO, without having to discard some energy. So this guy can not only, take some decent two shots by using those memory cards for Raging Claws, but also has the danger of two-shotting. The great thing about it as well, it says it has to have more damage on it. And, it's 50 damage plus 10 more damage for each damage card. What's really nice is that Charizard has the ability that places damage counters on itself. Basically, not only does it power up its damage for continuous Blaze Ball, but it also powers up its damage for Raging Claws. So really, really good. And then our Charmander are playing the one that has Collect. Moving on, one of the other 3 stage 2s we have a 1-1 line of Delphox. This Delphox is really, really good in this format because there are not many decks that have a consistent Pokemon that draw you cards every single turn, despite Close that has Cinccino and Pidgeotto. You might have saw those in the control deck that I took a peek at. So Delphox has the Mystical Fire ability that says once your turn, you may draw cards until you have 6 cards in your hand. This is a really, really, really good ability, especially a Crobat every single turn. But since you don't have to do anything, it just says once you're doing, you fill your hand of 6. It is great for finding all the cards you need, such as the cards for your powering up your Charizard, or to getting all your other cards that you might need in that turn. Is a great card for getting out your rare candies when you need them. It's just a really, really good ability for drawing through your deck. Most decks you won't see having, 15 cards left in their deck by the, third or fourth turn of the game. This deck can do that. It is very, very powerful with the Mystical Fire ability. And we also have a pretty good attack here too. Actually, one I found myself using quite a lot, and that is the Blaze Ball attack. That's their colorless, 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 deals 50 damage, and then this attack does 20 more damage for each fire energy attached to it. You can see if you have 3 fire energy cards attached to it, or 3, yeah, I think I said 3. If you have 3 fire energy cards attached to it, you're going to be doing 210 damage, which is pretty decent. You can always get more. You can always get, 5 energy and deal 150, etc. And you can get, even more. I got like 8 energy on the Stealth and been hitting, 190, which is really, really good. So the Stealth Fox is very, very good. Also, we have the Breakson with Clairvoyant Eye. So you look at the top 3 cards of your deck, put them back in the order. That can be used just in case you're breaking. Then we have the Fennekin here that has Invite Out. The coin it's like Pokemon Catcher on its app. The final stage we have is a 1/1 line of the Chandelure, and this is a Team Plasma Chandelure that has the Flare and Navigate ability that says, it's a lot like Charizard's ability. It says, once you're in your turn, you may search your deck for a Fire Energy card and attach it to one of your Pokemon, and if you do, you put 1 damage counter on that Pokemon. So this can be used for powering up your Charizard with the Raging Claws, but also can be used for powering up all your other Pokemon, which is great. It's kind of like an Outrage style box. We have 2 Pokemon that can use Outrage. We have our Charmeleon, which can be copied by our Charizard. And we also have our Heatran here, which has Raging Flare that does 80 plus 10 more damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. And this guy can have a lot of HP in combination with the 1 big charm you play and the 1 copy of Heat Fire Energy. So that's kind of the benefit of these Outrage attackers. We can give them a lot of HP, we can put damage counters on them very easily, and they can do a lot of damage. So Chandelure can kind of just help aid those 2 attackers, gets more energy on your Pokemon, and can power up those Outrage things we were trying to do. We have 2 stage 1s. We have a 1/1 line of Salazzle with Post Reveal. Once you're in turn, you may discard a Fire Energy card from your hand. If you do, draw 3. The ability that means the attack is not too great, but it is there. And then we have the Salina here with Call Sign. Let's search your deck for a Pokemon from your hand. It's actually pretty decent. I just sat there in the act of using Call Sign to just set on my board, get out my Delphox, get out my Charizard and all that, and then when I'm ready, I can go into this Salazzle, start drawing cards. We also have a 1/1 line of Magcargo with Smooth Over that says, once your turn, you may search your deck for a card, shuffle your deck, and put that card on top of it. This in combination with 1 Acrobike, and Delphox is really great for finding your Candy when you need it, and all your other cards, because you just have one of them in your deck, it can kind of be challenging to find all the cards you need at the right time. Well, Magcargo completely negates that and helps you find all those cards. And we also have the Slugma that has Yawn, your opponent's Pokemon's now asleep. And then the last Pokemon that I don't think we've covered yet is the Entei, which can just, when your Pokemon is knocked out for a decent energy cost, can do a decent amount of damage. Moving on to our training cards, 1 Acrobike is really nice in combination with Magcargo, just more consistency. 1 Energy Retrieval and 1 Fog Crystal, or not Fog Crystal, 1 Energy Retrieval, 1 Fire Crystal, and 1 Ordinary Rod for getting back our energy. Because, we are discarding a lot. You discard with Charizard and Rose Reveal. 1 copy of Evolution Incense, because, most of our attackers are evolutions. 1 copy of Nest Ball, Communication, Equip Ball, Ultra Ball for our search. Rare Candy, obviously. First Seeker can 3 user supporters, get stuff back. And we have 3 Stadiums here. We have 1 copy of Giant Hearth, which could probably seems pretty obvious because we're playing a fire deck. 1 copy of Old Cemetery, which can kind of just help get a little bit more damage counters on those guys that want to be using those outrage attacks. 1 copy of Scorched Earth, which is like a Morse Heat Factory. But obviously we can't play Heat Factory because Prisms are cards are not allowed. So Scorched Earth is the next best thing. In terms of supporters, we have 1 copy of Birdkeeper to switch and draw 3. Really nice consistency and just switching. Of course, since we are Fire, we get 2 really good supporters as well. Fire just gets so many great tools. 1 copy of Blacksmith that lets you accelerate energies from your discard pile. And 1 copy of Welder, which you attach to energy from your hand to win your Pokemon and then draw 2. The other supporters we have, of course, we're going to be able to Gus. We have 1 copy of Boss Sorters and 1 copy of Guzma. We have 1 copy of Bridget for setting up all those little Pokemon we need to evolve. 1 copy of Chorus. It can keep us from decking out and can draw a lot of cards, up to 8 cards. when we need when we play it at the right time. One copy of Cynthia, just another nice little draw supporter. Copy of Cynthia and Kaylin. That lets you get back supporter, reuse it next turn. Stuff like the welder. And you can also discard a card to draw 3 extra cards. One copy of Marnie, and for disrupting your opponent's hand. One copy of Research. I already talked about the welder, and then one copy of Peonia. Because we have one copy of everything except Phase of Fire. Sometimes we're going to prize that last evolution we need or something like that. Peonia is there for that, and we can reuse it over Seeker and Cynthia and Kaylin in case we don't find the card we want. We have 4 different tools we can attach. Copy of Air Balloon for us so we can switch easier. One copy of Big Charm to aid our outrage and just give our guys more HP. Copy of Floatstone, once again, to switch. And one copy of Memory Capsule to let us use our attack on the Charizard. And I suppose you could also use like Lampent to accelerate energy to your Pokemon could be nice, or just find a friend in case you really, really need the Pokemon. But mainly we do just have these 2 memory cards for our Charizard, but they can be used in these situations, like I just mentioned. Something else I forgot to mention is that our Lampent actually has top entry. That is, you do this Pokemon from your top deck at the beginning of your turn. Your bench isn't full. Put it in your hand. You may put it onto your bench, which means you can just immediately slap this Lampent down if you draw it from the top of your deck. Well, look, we have something that can immediately put things on top of our deck. It's Magcargo, so you don't need to get something with Magcargo that turn. You can just use it, get that Lampent on top of the deck. And you don't need to evolve up in the Chandelure using Litwick. Like using the evolutions manually or Rare Candy, you can do much more consistent route in terms of the Magcargo and Lampent. Energy, we have 1 copy of Heat Fire Energy. Once again, to give our guys more HP. 1 copy of Memory Energy, which I already talked about, and then 12 copies of Basic Fire Energy. That's the deck. I'm not going to actually play against an opposing Gym Leader Challenge deck. I'm actually going to test the deck against the computer. Kind of just the next best thing, because I can't actually don't actually have any friends to play with. I know it sounds sad, but not right now when I'm recording this video. I might do a different video later on, so I'm just going to play against this computer here. They have very bad decks, but it'll at least show off what the deck's supposed to do. So we have our Litwick and our Salandit and our Slugma. I'm going to go ahead and start the Salandit. We do always go second against the computer, but we can start using Call Sign, like I mentioned, to start setting up our Pokemon. When we're playing up against a water deck, which might be a little bit of a challenge, but I doubt it because their damage output's just so low. So our hand is not too great, to be honest. We could Cynthia and Kaylin. I think I'm going to Cynthia and Kaylin and just drop the cards. Going to get rid of the Guzma. Usually we're not actually bringing up our opponent's Pokemon too much when we're playing against the computer. And the cards we draw are not too bad. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and play the Nest Ball and see what's in our deck. We need to see is our Delphox line in the deck. Our Charizard line in the deck is our Delphox line in the deck. So our Delphox line is in the deck, as well as our Salazzle is our Chandelure line in the deck. Our Cargo lines in the deck are, looks like, do we have our Chandelure? We might have prize, yeah. So we prize our Chandelure, which is fine because we have Peonia in this hand. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to grab out. What do I really want to get here? I think I'll just go ahead and grab out the Fennekin, start developing our Delphox. Bench our Slugma and bench our Litwick. Because we have Peonia, we can grab it off the prizes. And go ahead, attach to Salandit, and then Call Sign, search our deck for a Pokemon. I'm going to go ahead and get the... I'm going to start developing the Delphox so we can start drawing cards. But, they're not going to be KOing us anytime soon with this I don't know. I don't even know what that thing is called. We do top deck Bridget. We have most of our Pokemon we're going to want to be getting out, so probably not going to be playing that. We can play this Peony here and see if we can grab our Chandelure out of the prize cards. Alright. We get our Chandelure. We don't, no Chandelure. We do find our Scorched Earth. I'm just going to put the Entei. 3. And then Bridget and Energy Retrieval. 3. So now we can put the Scorched Earth into play and use that to get some extra cards. And we do find our link, so we'll go ahead and evolve that. And then we will attach return and call sign once again to grab out Delphox. Let's go ahead and grab out our Delphox. Right. So Delphox come into our hand. We can evolve that next turn, start using Mystical Fire to really draw cards. It's going to be really, really nice. And there's the bubble, and it does get ahead, which means I believe we are paralyzed. Yep, so paralyzed for a turn. We can evolve to remove that paralysis if we really have to. Sand, I mean, I am going to go ahead and use Scorched Earth. We have the Ordinary Rod to put the 2 fire back in the deck eventually if we want to. And we find it, and I'm just going to replace the Scorched Earth and go ahead and use Mystical Fire to draw. Why can't I use Mystical Fire? There we go. To draw 3 cards. Don't find anything too great. We do find a Blacksmith, which is very good, so we can manage to find like a switch out on this Acrobike, which we don't, but we do find a Fire Energy, so I suppose we can go ahead and take that. But I'm just going to go ahead and it's not really a great place to put this. We don't have like our Charizard, so another great attacker. I mean, put on Delphox because I also want to Blacksmith this turn. Is the thing. I mean, we can always just load up the Delphox, so I think we'll just go ahead and load up the Delphox. Next turn we can Cynthia. Hope to find the cards that we need. Smooth over maybe. We still have a Giant Hearth, but I don't want to do anything else this turn. So I'm going to go ahead and pass, and our Sandit will become unparalyzed. The only reason we couldn't attack with our Delphox there is because we couldn't retreat our Sandit because it was paralyzed. I'm just going to Fossil Researcher about 2 Amara. Another Bubbleheads, which is annoying. And there's our Memory Energy, but still nothing. I'm just going to play the Cynthia here, and hopefully we can find something off this. Alright. So we do find our Salazzle, so I'm going to go ahead and evolve that. And use Reverse Reveal to just ourselves extra 3 cards. Still no Charmander, but we do have the Charmeleon and Charizard. This thing is going to be doing a lot of damage. So I think I will just wait a turn to boss. I'm going to attach the Fire Energy here and then use Combustion. Just use Combustion, take a knockout on the Clauncher, and then boss this next turn. Knock it out with our Delphox because that thing is a huge threat, being able to want to kill everything in our deck. Never thought I'd be saying that against Calvin here, but we are. So it's like he has nothing, so I'm just gonna go ahead and play that and pass. I'm gonna boss up the that's just what I'm gonna say from now on. And then I'm gonna retrain the Delphox. We could have a little bit more HP. Not sure if I want to do that. How much Fire Energy we have in our discard pile? We do have Fire Crystal. We don't quite have enough yet to Fire Crystal. I'm going to Giant Hearth. It's going to be actually a really tough decision. I think I'm just going to go to the end tip. So we can get some more Fire Energy out of our deck and draw some more cards with Reverse Reveal. Alright. So still no Charmander to evolve. That is fine. We can just attach return and go ahead and Blaze Ball here for the knockout on my And get a prize card. I believe this is going to be our Bridget. So we know it's our Memory Capsule. So I guess me and Pokemon think of our prize cards the wrong way. I think of this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, and this is 6. I guess I think, but this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, etc. Okay. Let's see. Start at the turn. Start at the turn with Reverse Reveal. Still looking for that Charmander. We have the Ultra Ball, so we can get the Charmander out. And I am going to go ahead and get out the Charmander. We have the Memory Capsule in our hands. We don't really need the Memory Energy anymore. Get rid of the Evolution Incense and the Memory Energy for the Charmander. I'm going to get out that Charmander. And now we do have our Magcargo, which is really nice here. We can get out our rare candy. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to smooth over for our rare candy so we can get that Charizard out next turn ASAP. Actually, I just realized maybe that isn't actually the best play because then we can't copy Raging Claws. But really, I think I'm gonna kind of depends. No, I think I am gonna evolve that manually. So that was a misplay putting that rare candy on top. But the opponent doesn't look like they have any Pokemon. Looks like they're you could just straight up win next turn because they have no Pokemon to put down. But knowing the computer, it's gonna stack their deck for them and give themselves Pokemon, so they don't just lose here. And actually, I am wrong. So we do take the win against Calvin. I'm not surprised. I have a really, really good record against them. So we're just going to go ahead and play ball. And that's going to be that. That's the fire deck. Kind of showing it off. I didn't expect to lose at all. I just wanted to kind of show you how the deck runs, how it draws. It draws fine, I think. This deck is very, very good. 100% recommend trying out the Delphox deck. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. If you guys want to try this deck, it's very, very good. I don't think anything in here is too expensive. I don't know how much the Delphox is. Probably less than a pack. I don't know how much the Chandelure is. Probably less than a pack. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. If you guys liked it, and I'll see you guys